Yo, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you tips on how to do toe spins. All right, we're going to go over the foundation of how to spin. We're going to go over balance. We're going to go over momentum, speed. There was another one in there, but we'll get into it. Let's go. All right, so before we jump into the tutorial, do gotta say this is not a beginner tutorial. As always, if you are a beginner skater, you want to give it a try, that's great. I love it. Be careful, wear your little wrist guards, your little knee pads, helmet, whatever you gotta do. But this is not going to be for the beginners. Also, I do already have a how to spin video out there, but I made it a long time ago. And since then, I've grown. My teaching, my style of teaching has changed. So, I just want to give a different perspective. I know that everyone learns differently, so why not put more information out there? Might be able to help some of y'all. The first thing that we're going to go over is the foundation of the actual spin. If you do not have this part, everything else is going to crumble. You need to have a strong foundation of the spin. Now, with that, we are going to do the bubble spins, okay? Now, this is more of a beginner style spin, but it's gonna help you create that foundation. Now, all you're gonna do, make sure I'm backing up. So I spin to my left. If you spin to your right, I don't know what to tell you, just try to repeat what I'm doing going to the right. All right, so I spin to my left. So my left skate is going to come out like this, and then from here I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to push off my right skate. I'm going to push. Now I'm not going to push and roll. All right, my right skate is going to draw a little C around like this. Boom. All right, try that. Prep, bend your knee, push. Okay, now that's how you start this bubble spin. And if you don't know what bubbles are, or lemons, you're basically your skates are going out, in, out, in. Okay, so out, in, out, in. That's basically what the bubbles are. And with this spin, you're going to use that same motion. Okay, so again, left skate facing the left, your right skate is going to go out. So you're going to press out, push the ground out, bring it in. Push the ground out, bring it in. And then you're going to eventually start moving both of your skates out, in, out, in. The faster you do it, the more momentum you're going to get. So work on that. Prep, bend your knees, push, draw the little C, boom. Readjust, draw the C, readjust, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? So you should feel comfortable doing that first before moving on to the next step. Build that foundation. I'm telling you, if you don't, it's going to come back and it's going to kick you in your ass when you're actually trying to progress your spins. All right, so that's the first thing, building that foundation. Just learning how to just use your legs to create more momentum. All right, so just out, in, out, in, out, in. All right, that's the first step. Now, this next step is very crucial as well, which is going to be balancing. Now, you're going to want to know how to balance on your two front wheels like this, like on your toes. Get comfortable doing this. This is the next tip. This is going to help your toe spins out tremendously because obviously you're spinning on your toes, right? I do have a toe manual tutorial, I believe, but it's been so long, so I'm not exactly sure what's in it. But if you want to check that out, I will leave it in the description so you can watch that. But definitely getting your toe manuals down and being able to sit here and not only sit here comfortably, but skate around as well. okay? So being able to sit on your toes, all right, that's the next tip. There's not really much to that. Just work on those. And if you need help, hold on to like a wall or something. Where I would suggest putting something in front of you, because when you put something on the side of you, you're probably going to lean on it more. So maybe something in the front. All right. So work on those. Make sure you got those down. All right. So the next one. The next one is, what is the next one? I got them written down. The next tip is going to be control. All right. Now, I see a lot of skaters. They can spin, but their spins are wobbly. That's because they don't have control over them. All right. This is super important, especially if you want to get like multiple rotations and you don't want to end up on your ass. Okay. So the control comes from your arms and your shoulders. All right. Now, depending on what your arms and your shoulders are doing is going to depend on how much control you're going to have while you spin. All right. So when you spin, you don't want to start off just whipping your arms and your shoulders around. Okay. You want your arms to, so like I'm spinning to the left. So your left arm is going to go first, and then your right arm is going to follow. Okay. So left arm, right arm. And you're going to leave them out. Okay. Now, by leaving them out like this, you're going to establish a controlled foundation. All right. It's going to lock your shoulders and your arms in place. So work on that. From here, boom, leave them out. And I'll always explain this part. You should feel your arms being pulled. Like if you're doing it right, your arms should feel like they're being like pulled apart. You should feel like your blood is rushing down to the tips of your fingertips. Okay, so from here, boom. All right, so you're not holding your arms out there. The actual spin is holding your arms, and that's what you want, because that means that your shoulders are locked and your arms are locked. All right, so just as you spin, don't get crazy. Let your arms do what they're gonna do naturally. Okay. Once you throw them, this right here, boom, boom. The wind is gonna keep them out there, okay? It's called centrifugal force. Google it, all right? Google it, that's all I can tell you. This next one actually kind of goes with the last tip, which is going to be momentum. Guys, your momentum is going to come from your arms, all right? How you swing your arms, how you place your balance before you go into your spin, that's where your momentum is going to come from, okay? So it's super important to make sure that you have control and you're not off balance. All right, so it's just as important to make sure that you get some momentum when you swing your arms. Again, going back, I like to start off, whenever I'm doing my spins, I like to bring my arms the opposite way and then boom, boom. Okay, so it's like one goes and then the other one follows. All right, so if I'm going to the left, boom, my left arm is going to go first, boom. Then once it reaches like out here, then my right arm follows. Okay, because you don't want them to be like this. You want them to be like far apart, if that makes sense. So from here, boom, boom, boom. Okay, work on that. From here, boom, boom. All right, now we can start just going on our toes. All right, so from here, you're going to whip, boom. Now, once your right arm goes to turn, that's when you're going to go up on your toes. All right, so let's try it. When you do this, don't try to get 20 rotations, all right? Let's just work on 1 or 2 clean rotations. All right, so from here, boom, boom, stop. Okay, again, wind it, boom, boom, Stop. It's very, very important. It's not the amount of spins that you do. It's not like the amount of rotations. It's how clean they are. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're doing some like technical footwork, if it's hard. I don't care. Does it look good? That's what's important, right? So just keep that same mindset whenever you're doing spins. You want your spins to be super clean. You want them to look beautiful, okay? So, and you do that with controlling your arms, all right? Keeping your balance and getting momentum, all right? So just keep working on that. From here, boom, boom. All right. Now, do have another tip for y'all, which goes along with momentum, which is speed, okay? Now, how you get speed, you get it from your momentum, right? So the harder you swing your arms, the faster you're going to spin, right? Well, that's kind of right. That's a part of it. But really, the closer you bring your skates together, the faster you're going to spin. All right, so here's what I mean. Have you ever like spun a top and it's got like that really like pointy part that looks like it shouldn't be sitting there? Well, centrifugal force from the momentum of you spinning that top makes it stay on that point, okay? And since it's on a point, it spins really, really fast. Now, if that point was wider, it's going to spin super slow or wobbly, all right? So the same thing goes with whenever you're doing spins. You're going to want to gradually bring your skates in closer and closer. Now that's going to get you speed, and then that's where all your rotations are going to come from, okay? But the entire time you have to stay locked. Your shoulders have to stay locked, okay? Now there is another tip that's going to work with speed, and that's with bringing your arms in. By bringing your skates in and your arms in, you're going to create like that kind of pencil shape. The more of a straight up and down you are, the more you're going to be able to spin faster, okay? So here's what I mean. From here, boom, I'm spinning slow. I'm gonna bring it up. So if you've seen, when I started off, my spin was like kind of slow. It was like average, right? Then as I brought my skates in and my arms in, I spun faster. It started to become like a, you ever seen like water go down a drain? Kind of like that concept. So work on that. Here, we're gonna do a couple more of those. Again, if you're not ready at this point, it's fine. Don't worry about trying to get 4 or 5 rotations. Work on your 1, 2, or 3, okay? Work at your own pace. Just make sure that they're clean and they're beautiful, okay? Another thing too, whenever you bring your arms in, don't throw them in. Don't do this. All right, because your body's gonna instantly, it's gonna get knocked off the axis and it's gonna throw your spin off, okay? So you want to gradually bring them in while keeping your shoulders still locked and level, okay? So let me show you what I mean. So from here, arms, bring them in gradually. Boom. All right, work on that. Boom. Boom. And then you're gonna feel it. Your body's basically just gonna lock in position and you're just gonna spin as long as you want. All right, so I think that is pretty much all the tips that I have that I can think of. But yeah, go watch my other spin video. I'm not exactly sure what I said in it, but maybe it might help some of y'all. Then watch this video, put it together, and then you will be on your way. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if this shit is helping y'all. If it's not helping you, don't subscribe. Don't like it, all right? But if it is helping you, I appreciate the support, and catch y'all next time. Peace.